name is Kid Lykos II, and this is a tour of all of my masks. Alright, straight into it, mask number 1. This was given to me in 2020 by my tag team partner Kid Lykos. Worn from my first match against Chris Brooks until, I'm going to say right before COVID, which should have been like, probably, oh yeah, it was actually, the last one was TNT in Liverpool against Dean Omar, right before COVID hit. It was like the weekend, and then it was COVID, so it was never worn again because it's way too big. The designer, Ultimate Ant, which I get all my masks made in America from, made this to fit a normal person's size head. And then this is how I learned that I do not have a normal person's sized head.
So it's the first one?
The first one ever. I had a good few months in this, actually. The main difference is this here and the lace-up at the back, which is like the much more like traditional kind of Lucha Libre. This is like the old-fashioned traditional like fixing of a Lucha Libre mask. And it was just way too big, so like the amount of matches I had where I was just like constantly moving it around, and it was pretty uncomfortable to wrestle in, and peripheral vision didn't exist. And I felt like I should probably start wearing a mask that fits me. The immediate main difference is the fixing here. Main reason being, like, it's a real hard time getting used to wrestling in a mask. And your cardio is non-existent. Like, it's such a difficult process of going from wrestling with nothing covering your face to something that's covering your entire face. The last thing I wanted after a match, after being really tired, was to have to deal with undoing knots and taking ages to, you know, take a mask off when I'm about to pass away from heat exhaustion. And then just to give you a little comparison on, let's say, a normal person head and my head is the immediate size difference, as you can see from here and here. This was fitted for me. There you go. Look at that.
Worn when? Retired when?
Worn coming out of COVID. Worn on my Rev Pro debut, actually, against Connor Mills in front of nobody in, I'm going to say October 2021 that was filmed. Last time I wore it, that's a good one.
Roughly?
You know what, it'd have been probably Progress Wrestling tapings in like 2021, 2022. It did have a couple of matches coming out of COVID as well. I remember an 8-man tag at Progress that was myself, Lykos, Warren Banks and Malik against all of CPF. That's probably the last time I wore it, to be fair, which would have been early 2022. Alright, this one was bought for my Progress debut in front of nobody, same as my Rev Pro debut, in COVID tapings.
Both Rev Pro and Progress debuts in front of nobody?
Debuted in front of nobody, in front of 2 cameramen in the commentator's table. That's all I debuted in front of. So yeah, I bought this and a pair of tights that matched it to debut for Progress against Ethan Allen in the Natural Progression tournament. The same fixing, which is kind of what I've gone for since with the little chin clip. Again, I just find it way easier. I really love this design. I think the blue is really fun. So yeah, Natural Progression series, Progress Peckham era.
Retired when?
Retired 23 era. I remember wrestling TK Cooper at Rev Pro in this. I remember wrestling the Young Guns in that match. It's had some good time. My mask maker was like, hey, I've got this different material, different fur. Do you want to give it a go? I thought, why not? So yeah, that's the difference there. Also, a slight difference actually, which I'll show you now. If you look at this one here, the fixing's connected to this side. This one is on the other way around.
Oh yeah.
So I remember it really throwing me the first time of just that slight difference of it being the other way. All my other masks are all on this way around.
So this is the
So then this is the only one where this is the other way around. Really threw me at first, I was really confused. Yeah, mask number 4. All of these so far are from when I was wrestling for nobody. So this was bought when Lykos and myself won the Progress Tag Team titles against the Young Guns. We'd wrestled in a tag tournament throughout the tapings. I bought this one and a brand new pair of tights for some brand new gear to become the first, to become the youngest ever Progress Tag Team champion and the first champions to be crowned coming out of COVID in Progress.
How long did you wear it for?
Good few years. I'd say, so that match would have probably been around early 22 times, and then probably stopped wearing it around 23. I remember having a fair few matches at the Frog and Bucket in this. I remember wrestling quite a few times at Electric Ballroom in this mask as well. And yeah, as you'll see, the chin clip again. I always enjoy consistency in wrestling gear, and I've always thought that as a fan of wrestling, I like wrestlers that have consistent gear, which is why you'll see the designs are all the same. Color-wise, this was a El Generico inspiration. If you ever know of El Generico, this was the kind of the colour scheme he went for, and I thought this would be a very fun mask to get made. As much as I enjoy like consistency in gear, I also enjoy something new and something fresh. And as well, like after wear and tear, your buttons can kind of get a bit more loose. And the last thing you want is something coming undone mid-match. So that's a reason as well as to why I'd stop wearing one. It's also just a case of, it's quite nice to get new clothes sometimes. So I'd say that's a main reason why a few are retired now, yeah.